Hey guys, Lord Naren White here, the Holy Ghost, the one true God, back with you with the next video in my Daily Diary series. As usual, before I discuss what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I want to read you a chapter from the Bible. Today it will be the second book of the Kings, commonly called the fourth book of the Kings, chapter 11. And when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal. But Jehosheba, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Ahaziah, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons which were slain. And they hid him, even him and his nurse, in the bedchamber from Athaliah, so that he was not slain. And he was with her hid in the house of the Lord 6 years, and Athaliah did reign over the land. And the 7th year Jehoiada sent and fetched the rulers over hundreds, with the captains and the guard, and brought them to him into the house of the Lord, and made a covenant with them, and took an oath of them in the house of the Lord, and shewed them the king's son. And he commanded them, saying, This is the thing that ye shall do. A third part of you that enter in on the Sabbath shall even be keepers of the watch of the king's house. And a third part shall be at the gate of Sur, and a third part at the gate behind the guard. So shall ye keep the watch of the house, that it be not broken down. And 2 parts of all you that go forth on the Sabbath, even they shall keep the watch of the house of the Lord about the king. And ye shall compass the king round about, every man with his weapons in his hand, and he that cometh within the ranges, let him be slain. And be ye with the king as he goeth out and as he cometh in. And the captains over the hundreds did according to all the things that Jehoiada the priest commanded. And they took every man his men that were to come in on the Sabbath with them that should go out on the Sabbath, and came to Jehoiada the priest. And to the captains over hundreds did the priest give King David's spears and shields that were in the temple of the Lord. And the guard stood, every man with his weapons in his hand, round about the king from the right corner of the temple to the left corner of the temple, along by the altar and the temple. And he brought forth the king's son, and put the crown upon him, and gave him the testimony, and they made him king, and anointed him. And they clapped their hands, and said, God save the king. And when Athaliah heard the noise of the guard and of the people, she came to the temple and to the temple of the Lord. She came to the people and to the temple of the Lord. And when she looked, behold, the king stood by a pillar, as the manner was, and the princes and the trumpeters by the king. And all the people of the land rejoiced, and blew with trumpets. And Athaliah rent her clothes, and cried, Treason, treason. But Jehoiada the priest commanded the captains of the hundreds, the officers of the host, and said unto them, Have her forth without the ranges, and him that followeth her kill with the sword. For the priest had said, Let her not be slain in the house of the Lord. And they laid hands on her, and she went by the way by the which the horses came into the king's house, and there was she slain. And Jehoiada made a covenant between the Lord and the king and the people, that they should be the Lord's people, between the king also and the people. And all the people of the land went into the house of Baal, and brake it down, his altars and his images brake they in pieces thoroughly, and slew Matan the priest of Baal before the altars. And the priest appointed officers over the house of the Lord. And he took the rulers over hundreds, and the captains and the guard, and all the people of the land, and they brought down the king from the house of the Lord, and came by the way of the gate of the guard to the king's house. And he sat on the throne of the kings. And all the people of the land rejoiced, and all the city was in quiet. And they slew Athaliah with the sword beside the king's house. 7 years old was Jehoash when he began to reign. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. I think what's really crazy is for me is the beginning of this chapter, is the way that the chapter begins what feels like casually with something that is truly horrific, which we read here in 2 Kings 11:1. And when Athaliah the mother of Ahaziah saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal. So again, once Athaliah sees that Ahaziah is dead, she destroys all the seed royal. But Jehosheba, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Ahaziah, took Joash the son of Ahaziah and stole him away. I just found that to be particularly powerful because just the way it's just the first verse of the chapter is destroyed all the seed royal, as though that's it's horrific. And one of my other favorite verses from the chapter, 2 Kings 11:10, and to the captains over hundreds did the priest give King David spears and shields that were in the temple of the Lord. And of course, I love that Jehoiada makes a covenant between the Lord and the king and the people, that they should be the Lord's people. And they go into the house of Baal and break down the images and altars. It's very powerful stuff. And it ends with Jehoash's reign, that he was 7 years old when he began to reign. So that'll be interesting to learn, where the histories go from there. And with that, I'll go ahead and end the Bible reading there for today and transition over to what I have achieved since yesterday's Daily Diary video. Since yesterday's Daily Diary video, I worked at my core. I uploaded and scheduled 5 workout videos. I uploaded and scheduled many different video game videos, and I created this Daily Diary video for 1/15/23. And with that, I don't really have anything more to say regarding anything other than things are progressing quite well. I'm grateful for how things have been going for me in general, and everything's going well. I am achieving my goals at the at the intervals that I expect to be achieving them, and for me, everything's going according to plan. So for right now, no news is good news, as they say. So that's exactly what I'm thinking about, is the fact that no news is good news. And each day I get further ahead, and each day I move closer to, probably the most, the goals that bring me I'm not sure how to describe it, but all the work that I'm doing is manifesting well in terms of my wealth, my health, and my character. So I'm going to continue to do that and continue to become better every day. And that way I know, when I divine sleep every night, I gave it all I had in the day. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. And with that, I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, as it greatly helps the channel. Like to be with you all. Take care, and thanks again.